Now, this is probably only an issue for Irish kids, but learning Irish, especially when it's not your first language, is a weird experience.
Challenging, to say the least.
Like, it's a fun language. It's a very interesting language.
Yeah.
It's our national language. Like,
Fair to that. That's,
you know, it's our bloodline.
That's how far it goes.
Right? like it's our bloodline. Like, okay, fair enough. But some of the stories and things you have to learn are just like off kilter. Like,
I mean, you get these pictures.
Yeah.
That tells a story.
Stop.
But you have to tell the story.
yeah, it's like
Okay, that's not even that bad though.
like that's not the worst.
The stories don't even make sense.
Not at all.
Harlamabok, that was one that
What
we
does
did.
Harlamabok even translate into? Like,
Perfect? No.
that's Furfa.
No, yeah, Furf is perfect.
Sorry for the non-Irish speakers, but like, it's just.
I think it means all over the place. Funky or something.
The story's all over the place.
Yeah, it is.
Like, long story short, Harlamabok, perfect girl, Lisheen, probably cheating on her husband. That's not really sad, but that's what I think. Okay, she's perfect, but like her sons hate her. I don't know. It's a weird turn of events. Nevertheless,
Did you know you could order a second fridge? You can. That's what Lisheen says.
you know, I didn't actually know that, but once Lisheen told me,
Yeah.
just
Enlightened.
enlightened.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you know,
I mean, don't get me wrong. There was really good stuff. Like,
oh stop, yeah, beautiful
there was a
language.
poem called or Spring the West.
I don't know.
Remember, it was they were talking about like Spring the West, like the sun would shine on the sea.
Oh, it's beautiful.
All golden.
Oh, like Martin O'Deron.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That was a great poem.
Oh yeah,
I enjoyed
it's fun.
that.
Gavin's not too bad either.
Gavin, no, I don't like Gavin actually. No, I don't.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, the weirdest thing I remember about Irish class was on trio.
Yeah,
The trial for none of you non-Fenians out there.
you should know that actually. It sounds pretty similar.
you know, it's not the hardest thing to connect. But
We had to go see it.
we got to go see.
We
the
were
play.
meant to read it, but we never did.
Yeah, like, we got notes for it. Like, that helps. But no, listen, we went to go see the play. Interesting play, I guess. Like, I couldn't really follow it. Like
First of all, the judges were two like ceramic.
Listen, big clay heads were the judges.
Yeah.
And you expect me to make that connection? Like, I thought they were ghosts.
Thought I was at the Muppets or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, Kermit the Frog, where you at? Like,
And like, what's the main character's name? Rosie or something? I don't know.
no, it's like, oh,
Kira?
No, it's, her name's,
Doesn't matter.
Okasig. It's something...
Nobody cares.
Oka-
Basically, she stood in front of us and she started speaking Irish very like formally.
You forget in the beginning, Trajoidu Fosuk, just yelling at me for no reason.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Trajoidu Fosuk, I think,
But this
translates
girl was
to
like-
horrible tragedy.
This woman just starts speaking Osquelga, fully Irish. Don't understand a word. I'm in 6th year, last year of school. I'm meant to know this. In fact, I'm in honours.
Stop.
And yeah, I just couldn't understand her. Some people started laughing, which made me chuckle a
Yeah,
bit.
there were different, like, schools here.
The teacher was behind us. Like, we got the worst seats in the house.
Worst seats in the house. Like, front row seats were like, oh yeah, we're gonna get all the action. Apparently they wanted it, some of it too.
You could hear everything our teacher was saying.
Oh, stop.
I could hear her say, like, that guy's a, like, obviously curse word.
Well, like, let's give them some context, Basically, the girl in the play falls in love with this married man.
Yeah.
Swoons her, says his wife is gonna die. Basically, beds her, she gets pregnant, has the kid
Out of wedlock. by
out
the
of
way.
wedlock, which is this is like 1940s Ireland, so big deal. She moves to England, I think, or the city, I can't remember.
She goes to Magdalene Laundry.
Yeah, she goes to a Magdalene Laundry. She does her stuff. The baby's cool and everything. She's fine, but like basically, long story short, she re-meets the guy,
Doesn't want anything to do with her.
calls her a stripper, and that's the nice version. Okay.
Doesn't kind of remember her.
Yeah, like, oh, he definitely remembers her.
Yeah, in the back where he does, but like he doesn't.
But and then like, okay, if you have any kids watching, please turn away. She puts her baby into an oven
Gas oven.
and then just either gasses them or kills.
kills
Basically,
herself as
it's a murder suicide, right?
Yeah.
And like, kind of heavy for some 17, 18-year-olds. Like you want me to learn Irish? I'm not really thinking about the Irish right now. Like,
No, you're not. I mean, It was kind of after the play. I knew she killed the baby and all that, but like even with the judges, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, because they had like breaks and like these big clay faces would come out yelling at them. It's just like, where did you come from?
Yeah, it was strange. And what I liked about that play actually, there was like 4 actresses.
Or they play all the parts.
Yeah, they played all the parts.
I mean, it's impressive, but they just didn't have the budget for more people.
True. But they did a good job.
No, they're very talented. Like, especially like, even if like, okay, I don't know this, but like they probably aren't all Gaeilgeoirs. Like they probably don't all speak fluent Irish. So like they probably had to learn the lyrics or.
Come on. But because there's definitely old Irish in there.
Yeah, definitely. But like, the different schools that were there, like they just get pissing themselves. And then the teacher was all like, "Just because they're laughing doesn't mean you have to laugh too."
Shh. You know.
It's like shh.
That's Karen in the cinema.
Karen in the cinema, like you hate.
I don't blame them. I was kind of intrigued. You know, I kind of wanted to watch it.
I wanted to watch it too, but like. They probably understood what was happening. And then we're laughing at the jokes. Yeah. And we're just like, oh yeah, we're such good students sitting quiet. Don't understand a word they're saying.
Yeah, it was good.
But yeah, I mean, it's just a strange experience because it's like, yeah, you feel a sense of national pride. You want to learn the language, you know. Of
course, yeah.
You want to see where the name comes from, you know. But like,
I mean, going in, you kind of feel like you're going to take a bit of Irish out of it. You get the absolute wrong side of Irish out of it.
Yeah.
Like, I know the Irish for stripper now.
Exactly. You know? Like, didn't think I'd learn that coming out of it.
And that was just a one-liner from one actor's mouth, you know?
Exactly. It changed my life.
Yeah.
Stop. Like, you know, it was just strange to know that it's just memory. Like, at the end of the day, it was all just memory.
Yeah.
Like, and like they tried to like let it slide with the orals. It's like, here you're going to be speaking Irish for like 10 minutes of your life, and then we're going to assess you on that. Like. That doesn't show how good I can speak Irish, but yeah, like I
definitely think Irish should be taught. The play was great.
The play was excellent. Actors were excellent, yeah.
But like,
did it teach me anything? Probably not.
No, I didn't know. Like, I definitely wouldn't been able to write about.
I think Irish should be completely oral.
Yeah.
And like that's bad for me because like I got good marks just because I could like memorize essays. Like you're not teaching me how to speak a language.
Photographic memory.
Exactly.
I mean, literally, you could remember one page of your copy.
Stop.
And it's just kind of.
It was a cheat code.
Yeah, it was.
But like,
I was like that as well.
Yeah, exactly. You were stop. You were better than me at Irish. But like if we went to the Gaeltacht right now, would you be able to like hold a long conversation?
No,
you didn't like. Yeah,
not at all.
Exactly. But you know what I'd be able to do? I'd be able to recite a poem that you've never heard of. Like there's definitely kids in the Gaeltacht, right? Who obviously have to learn the same stupid poems we have to learn, right? But like they actually like okay, maybe I'm biased obviously because I speak English, but like it must be so easy to learn English. Everything around you is in English.
Yeah.
Right? Like, TG Cahar, yeah, excellent entertainment. Like,
yeah, like when you learn a different language.
Yeah.
I feel like when you learn English,
you just have so much source material.
You have so much advantages. Like I want to learn German. I've been doing German in school.
Yeah, same.
Obviously, I've left school and I'm working.
Yeah.
And recently, I've just said, look, I want to continue doing German.
Yeah, I'm the same.
So, I'm doing it, but. I just feel like with English, there's so much more sources out there. But with like German, it's just kind of like, dictionary.
Deutschland,
like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Maybe
like,
I'm going off.
And like, I loved our German teachers, but like again, same with Irish. Like, we should just be speaking it in class all the time.
Yeah, I mean, when we walked into Irish class, it was just kind of like, oh, hi lads. Right, today we're just going to be doing like on Oakenillock or something.
Yeah.
Or
like in fairness, the Irish teachers like they're not bad. But like,
not bad at all.
They have to be aware that they're not actually making fluent Irish speakers. They're making good test takers.
And again, we didn't go to a Gael school.
I mean,
which
but
is like an Irish speaking school.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to go to a Gael school just to be a good Irish speaker. Like you should. Fair enough. If you want to do it in an exam, you should learn exam techniques. But like,
or I feel like Irish should have been like extended.
Yeah,
like
we should speak Irish for like an hour, or like an hour and a half every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I mean, I know they teach us in primary school, fair enough, right? But like,
you have just so much. There's so much mix-ups in Irish.
Exactly.
Like Shay, for example, means he.
Yeah.
Means 6.
Yeah.
And then if you want to say, I have 6 in my family.
Yeah.
Cheshire.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, like it's not Shay. It changes.
Doe, Birch, like where do they come from? You know.
Sorry if you're not Irish and you don't understand.
Yeah, but like, Irish is like obviously it's not a Latin language. It's not a Germanic language. It's not gonna have the same grammar. But like I feel if we would have been exposed to it like just like English, like, I mean, 5, like junior infants. You know what the tough thing is for me is like they expect you when you're in secondary school to just come in, learn everything, and now be able to like just use it like you've learned it. It's like you can't treat Irish as the same way as maths. So like, okay, give me a formula, right, and I'll use it. It's like language is not like that, right? You can't pull out your log table and be like, oh, what would I say in this situation?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I definitely wasn't taught enough Irish in primary school.
not at all.
I mean, I think in a day it was like 20-minute.
Stop.
Like read that verb.
Like if I could catch up in a year, like
Oh yeah, you came in what, 6th class?
yeah. So
And then we went in the first year.
I hadn't learned Irish for all of primary school
Yeah.
until 6th class, and I was in honors Irish leaving cert.
Yeah. You caught up
Yeah,
like really.
and like
really
not to
good.
brag, doing better than some of the actual kids have been learning.
Yeah.
All the time. So it you know, this is not to slag off Irish. It's a great language. It's a great course. It's great. You know, I love Gael Gores. You know, I'm jealous of them speaking fluent Irish.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, like I would love to speak my language, like no question. But you're just not exposed to it in the way you should be. But yeah, you know, what can you do? Hopefully, our kids will be a bit better than us.
Irish will be gone by then.
Like,
I feel like it. It's sad to say, but
I know an Irish teacher who said they're trying to kill the language. I don't doubt it.
there,
Yeah.
as in like
Well, have you seen the new junior cycle or Irish papers?
no.
Stop.
We got hit with English.
Yeah, I know.
But obviously, they've done more.
Everything else was gone.
I mean,
yeah.
so I think the year after was science was brought down.
Stop. My thing is, you know, not to get in too much with the exam techniques or anything, but
Yeah.
like the techniques don't promote learning Irish. They promote learning themes and poems and stuff. If they really wanted to, you know, make sure we learned Irish, like get off with the written exam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like makes no sense.
Like there were so much different elements. I mean, like if you want to write a story, you have to use a certain tense, obviously.
Exactly.
Story, but like essay, another tense.
Yeah.
But then you could throw in the tense in the essay, like the opening.
And you don't think about tenses in English. You just know them, right?
Yeah.
So like they shouldn't teach you like, oh, this is a tense you use when writing a certain thing. They should say, if this is how you want to speak, like in the past, you write this.
Like hats off to the Irish teacher.
Oh, no, stop! Hats off to Irish teachers. Like,
But it's all depending on how the teacher
stop.
teaches. Like we were blessed with 5th year.
Yeah, stop. Great teacher. But like the problem is, right? Even if the teacher knows Irish great, that doesn't mean they can always teach Irish great. Like languages is hard. Like you could go and speak fluently if you can't explain it well. And I'm not.
Then again, it's up to the students as well.
Oh, it's, yeah,
You shouldn't
exactly.
be great at maths,
Yeah.
numbers, business, everything. You know?
Yeah, bad at languages.
Bad at languages.
Yeah,
Or the opposite.
or the opposite. Exactly.
Bad at practicals and everything.
But see, I think that's the problem, though. We're treating Irish as a subject. I think that's the actual problem. We shouldn't be treating our languages, like our national language, as a subject in school, right? Like you don't.
I feel you, yeah.
We treat English as a subject in school insofar as we study big English guys or big story guys or whatever, right? We're not learning English in school. So like, you know, I'm not saying everything should be in Irish or everything should speak in Irish, but like there should definitely be like a separate kind of strand where like, okay, for like an hour of the day, we just speak Irish with everyone, right? And, you know, that's tough, but
Like I don't know, the principal comes on the mic, Irish
exactly.
time or
Or
something.
like Irish hour, yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, exactly. And like they always say, oh, there's Irish club, but like I'm not taking my break.
But it's like as well, like no, the oral. It just doesn't.
It's forced.
Yeah, it's forced because
forced.
you're
It's
not
not
gonna sit down. Like we're speaking English right now.
yeah.
I'm not gonna sit in front of you and say, "Hi, my name's Callum.
Yeah.
I'm."
I'm not going to go to the pub and say, oh, you see that guy in the picture right there? He's driving a car.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we're going to have a natural conversation.
Yeah.
Right?
But the way we were taught, we can't do that, and I just
Exactly.
wish like it just flowed.
If we spent half the time, learning how to do picture sequences and all those things, on just actually, like, learning how to speak with people. You know what I
They
mean?
should have just even
Just stick on the news.
gave
Like,
us like some words,
exactly.
learn them,
Exactly.
kind of get the gist of putting them into a sentence, because the sentences was
Yeah, the sentence formation is way different than English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for me that was tough. I mean, you're putting something to the end that in English would be at the start.
Exactly.
I don't know.
It wasn't so much the sentence or the grammar with me. It was just vocab and pronunciation. Like, if you're speaking English your whole life, and now you have to switch to a completely different language. Like, and I don't mean like German. Like the pronunciation's fairly similar.
Exactly.
Or,
Yeah.
like,
This
know,
is
exactly.
You
This-
might get the lucky word.
Exactly.
That is pretty similar.
Like, this is Celtic.
Yeah.
Like, this is not like we're talking about something like English and Irish couldn't be further away from each other. Like, Yeah, so, you know, it is up to students, like you said. But if you know what? Let me ask you one question before we finish.
Go for it.
If you have one regret about something you did in Irish, like, you know, one thing you could have done or one, you know, section you wish you could have picked up, what is it?
I feel like in junior cert,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like my teacher in junior cert.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like had I got the teacher in leaving cert years,
Right.
I would have pushed myself to actually study Irish.
Right. So
That's
you think
what-
motivation, basically. Motivation's a big
Definitely.
part. Yeah, I agree with that. If I had to say one, I definitely just say more exposure. Like for Irish, we should be like, I mean, going out to like Irish cafes or whatever, speaking Irish, getting immersed in the culture and the language, right? It shouldn't be 40 minutes we buy a textbook and we think we're done.
Even bring another school over,
Yeah, exactly.
have a conversation with them in Irish.
Exactly.
Obviously.
You know what I mean? It's like
It's kind of the simple things.
it's the foundations. You can teach me about Martin O'Deron, Idra Luvini all the days of the week.
Yeah.
I can know how to recite a poem like, you know, no one's business. But if I can't talk to you, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Well, we'll leave it at there.
yeah, that's our rant. Sorry about that.
You know. Sorry for all the non-Irish people that think we're crazy.
Oh well. It was
Well,
fun,
guys,
fun.
we'll talk to you later. See you on the next episode of
The Raspy Apple Podcast.